I could tell you.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little late.
I got an invitation to join Smash.
Ah, boy, I knew it. And everyone's going nuts.
What? I thought I was gonna be in Smash.
Just sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis.
Ah, she took Rex's sword. Sorry, Rex. No.
How don't you smash attack with fire?
Oh, man. And everyone's going nuts. Everyone's going nuts. And
Genius! You're pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
There are no pushovers.
nice.
Talk about a tight spot.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Let me handle this.
I thought they said no more transformation. Everyone's their own character.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh?
Is he?
Hey, were these guys planning on winning? Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through.
Nice, though. Awesome.
Lightning, Buster. Photonic. Ray of punishment. Chromata.
When I first saw that, I knew it was Smash on automatic. I knew.
What? You can even use that?
I never played Xenoblade
You two can swap between.
Xenoblade games,
Really?
but I have seen plenty of walkthroughs and videos on the subject, so I'm not 100% know everything about it. So, but I know. He's a stage.
Wait, Gramps?
Whoa.
I've missed this, everybody. Mind if I watch a while? Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's some more.
You're all mine.
I'll lend you a hand.
Ah! He gave him a crow. When Robbie came in, Chrome was able to come in as a smash. Now Rex is a smash. Nice. Oh, does she have?
Shulk?
Oh wait, he's already. Why am I acting like I didn't know?
Again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
Nice. Nice. And the internet is going crazy.
Hello everyone. It's been a while. I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo. Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations. However, we haven't been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time. I'm happy to share this
Still gonna get
Nintendo
this like
Direct with
already.
you all today. We appreciate your continued support.
I mean, I'm glad Pyra and Mithra got in, but
Okay.
still, I
What
kind of
you
was hoping
just
for
saw
a very
was the
obscure
reveal
character.
trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward to seeing their moveset in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
But we didn't see
This fighter releases in
Mithra's,
March, so we
Smash.
hope you'll stay
I mean, I'm
tuned
pretty sure it might
just
be
a bit
basically
longer.
the same thing.
All right,
Still,
let's continue with our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines.
I can't wait until Shigeru starts talking about. Fall Guys coming to the Switch. I already got Fall Guys, and I love the game already as it is already. This is so cute.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout comes to the Nintendo Switch system summer 2021. You have 22 minutes before the solar system is destroyed. Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left behind by an ancient civilization.
You
have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated.
But I thought it was already on the
However,
Switch.
everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
I really thought this was already on the Switch.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe. What messages will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Find out when the critically acclaimed Outer Wilds launches on Nintendo Switch Summer 2021. Put your sleuthing skills to the test in 2 classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind, 2 deep cuts from Nintendo history, are coming to North America for the first time. Localized in English and modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and twists and turns await at every corner. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia. But that's not the only case to crack.
Oh, you know, I didn't pay attention, but that says Famicom. So they really made an homage
In the other
to
game,
very
you'll
old
investigate
game.
a supernatural rumor after a mysterious death to free students from a sinister nightmare. Interrogate suspects and hunt for clues to piece together these chilling conundrums. Can you figure out who the culprit is before it's too late?
助けてここから出して自分の目の前に血染めの少女が立っている
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective Club The Missing Heir and Famicom Detective Club The Girl Who Stands Behind. Coming to Nintendo Switch May 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. A new age of battles begins.
Pokemon? Or some sort of RTS game. I'm beginning to think it's RTS game. Oh, Dynasty. Wait, is this Dynasty War? Yeah, might as well. I mean, I guess the guys who make Dynasty Warrior already made Zelda, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and that Fire Emblem game, Fates.
The latest entry in the Samurai Warriors franchise is coming to Nintendo Switch. Dive into the history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines the spotlight on Nobunaga Oda and Mitsuhide Akechi. Character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment. Unleash high-octane moves in electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles.
Damn, that is beautiful.
In Samurai Warriors 5,
I might give that a
slashing its
shot.
way
I mean,
onto Nintendo
I
Switch
only
Summer
played
2021.
These types of games. I think it was Dynasty Warriors though. Over a friend's
The
house.
vast world of Fadiel beckons. After 20 long years, Legend of Mana featuring remastered HD graphics is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I think I played Secrets of Mana.
You'll
That was
set
pretty
off on
awesome.
a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Place them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you on when and where to place artifacts, as well as how to advance the story. Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters.
He had a
Or take a
collection
break
like
from
this
adventure.
some time
Rest
ago,
up at
right?
home.
Yeah, I know they had a collection of this.
The music has been rearranged for this enhanced
PlayStation.
version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack. Other features have been added. including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana will launch on Nintendo Switch June 24th.
That is no Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter. I just really love the designs of these creatures. It's just amazing.
Elder, I have important news.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet! No! We can't lose this game! Pull yourselves together! You're not getting it!
This is a lot better than that Elder Dragon battle in Monster Hunter World. I mean, it was kind of epic. It was like really slow paced.
Do not let it pass!
The Rampage.
I cannot even pronounce
How
half
long
of
do
these
you
names
think
of
it's
these
going to
monsters.
last?
Apex something. Alright, let's see. What else?
Inoa, we should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
Ooh, March 26th. Cool. Can't wait for that to come out. One of these days, I'm gonna get
That
one of
was
those
the latest
controllers.
trailer
I
for
really
Monster
like
Hunter
it.
Rise from Capcom. How will our heroes fare against these ferocious monsters? Stay tuned for the latest installment in the Monster Hunter series, launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
The fairway is open
And
once again.
This is where my theory
Kick off
came
the latest
true.
installment
First we
of the
had
Mario Golf
the
series,
Mario collection,
coming to
3
Nintendo
games in one.
Switch.
Mario
Study the wind and terrain.
Mario
Take
3D
your time
World
to think
was
things
about to do
through.
2 games in one
Then
and 1 new
swing.
Mario game. Called it. I called this. The 1
Enjoy
new
golfing
Mario
with
game.
familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters on courses
Oh,
filled
man,
with
though.
lush, natural
I
scenery.
actually prefer Strikers, but yeah, golf wasn't bad.
Use features on the
The
greens,
golf game
like a
wasn't bad.
shot gauge, to see how your shot
I'm
will
sorry,
curve due to
I'm going a little
slopes,
crazy here.
and a
But,
scan
was
that lets you
Monster
examine a
Hunter
course's
Ants?
terrain. These features can help you ace
Hey,
your
well, then again, he was
shots.
in that his wedding out there. where he
In
was wearing
addition to
pants,
button
yeah.
controls, you can also use motion controls by holding a Joy-Con controller like a golf club. Gently swing the controller to have your character swing in the game, letting you easily enjoy the sensation of golfing.
Well, what's going on?
On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf, including this one, Speed Golf. Here, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball.
Oh, no way.
Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing
my-
skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the
Okay,
competition.
this might get me to pick up this game. It might.
Did we mention story
Oh.
mode? As a Mii character,
I thought
you'll
they were
start
bringing
out as a
back,
rookie and
characters
develop
from
your
the old
golfing
Mario
skills
games. No,
while
it's
interacting
Mii
with
characters.
various
Not bad.
Mushroom Kingdom characters. Level up with experience points earned during matches. Then, allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character
Huh, looks like
however
someone's taking
you
a
like.
page from
You
Golf
can also
Story.
use your Mii in versus play. Put your golfing skills to the test
But
when
I
Mario Golf
called this,
Super
I called
Rush
this.
swings
We had-
onto Nintendo
we had the
Switch
3D collection,
June
3 games in
25th.
one.
Pre-orders begin on Nintendo eShop
Mario
after this
plus
presentation.
3D World plus Bowser Fury, 2 games in 1, and 1 new Mario game.
The latest
3,
game
2,
in the
1,
Mario
call
Golf
it.
series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes, as well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls. Please look forward to this game on Nintendo Switch. Let's move on to more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Check out
All right,
these
there we
games
go.
coming to Nintendo Switch. Return to the unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the Hyperion lackey Reese and the quick-witted con artist Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash. Set between Borderlands 2 and 3, this game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters are just a handful of the obstacles you'll encounter in this choice-driven narrative adventure. Embark on a wild ride when Tales from the Borderlands launches on Nintendo Switch, March 24th. 32 of Capcom's most beloved arcade classics are coming to Nintendo Switch. Rewind gameplay, adjust game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness. Get 1943 The Battle
You know,
of
I
Midway
should've
for
known
free.
that. I
Then
should've
purchase
known
game
that there would be
packs
more
for the
things for the
standalone
virtual
Ghosts and Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also available. Scratch that nostalgic itch when Capcom Arcade Stadium launches later today.
Ooh. I might get that. I like that.
Brains. As a zombie, you just can't get enough of them. In this action game from Aspire, you'll build your zombie horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies.
I seen this
Replenish
game
your
some time
bodily
ago,
arsenal
so yeah, this
with
I knew
Speed
sports
Head,
were on.
gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the Zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo Switch March 16th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. It's Travis Touchdown. versus
Here we go.
Assassins.
Here we
Wait,
go.
Aliens?
Here we go. I knew there would be some
Aliens
mention.
have invaded Earth. Hold up, is this even the right game? Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate.
All right, here we go.
As the crass, beam katana-wielding assassin Travis Touchdown, you'll need to fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens with some crazy tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat.
What is going on here?
An improved Death Glove. You'll have access to a variety of deadly skills that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake, so get ready to kick some, whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway,
is going
it all
on?
makes sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth. Or, you know, Nintendo Switch, August 27th.
That's right. Add water into.
Exterminate demons in heaven.
As above, so below.
What
Why
is
do they
going on?
need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
It looks like some sort of rogue card game.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself.
Yeah, this is some sort of roguelike game. Art. But in
God's
a,
judgment
like a
has
first
nothing
person
to do with it.
I really wish I was paying attention to what they were saying because I still don't know what's going on.
Uncover Heaven's mysteries in neon white, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021. The DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hi, everyone. My name's Barbara Gordon, aka Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and Bathook. This is Supergirl. She's super strong and has heat vision, plus super breath. And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian warrior who wields the lasso of truth. Along with our friends Green Lantern, Bumblebee, and Zatanna, we fight evil supervillains to keep our city safe. But we're not just about the super life. We also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull moment at Metropolis High School. Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping downtown with my besties. Ooh, and maybe take some photos to share on Superstar Post while we're at it.
It looks like that Ben 10 game that came out some time ago.
And I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later. Uh-oh, something really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when Justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what.
Okay.
We've just got to make sure no one figures out our secret
At
identities.
least that character does, but...
DC Superhero Girls Team Power heroically soars onto Nintendo Switch June 4th. Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
Okay. Yeah, it's been some time since I've seen you guys. Get up!
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can. Band together on a quest to face evil and save faces.
Another port.
Miitopia is coming to Nintendo Switch. Cast me characters in various roles across
Yeah, like
the
I said
kingdom.
before, ports of plenty.
Turn your favorite people into your allies, or even make someone the nefarious Dark Lord. Makeup has been added as a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure. There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous. In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse. Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally? That sounds pretty darn good! Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof, in battle. Venture with friends and familiar faces in the lighthearted romp Miitopia, coming to Nintendo Switch May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. Super Mario-themed items are coming to your island.
Here we go.
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary-themed items are coming to the Animal Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items like the Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items.
That's cool.
So place them however and wherever you'd like.
Really nice.
You can also place 2 warp pipes. Then use them to travel between locations on your island. Hey, why not try recreating the Mushroom Kingdom?
Islands.
A free update for the game launches February 25th.
Next week.
After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via Nook Shopping starting March 1st. Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the latest information.
Oh man, I should be writing some of this stuff down.
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
How was that? These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary events. Please wait a bit longer for their release.
Alright, that should be like the first 25
Speaking
minutes.
of which, last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury game. We hope you enjoyed that Mario adventure as well. Next, we have another game to show you.
Okay, for a second there, that sign of justice is got kind of. I was thinking about that scale. At first, I thought that was Phoenix Wright at first. Here, HD 2D.
He leaves us no recourse. Swords. Never.
Octopath Traveler.
Azeroth will answer for its crimes
The
today.
sequel?
Are these the wages of loyalty?
Yeah, this is
Raised
This is the
earth
next
and burned
Octopath Traveler
corpses.
game. I didn't play the first one. I should.
Must decide how we proceed.
You are a leader and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
Oh, triangle strategy.
Far, far away lies the continent of Norzilia,
Shows what I know, huh?
comprised of 3 nations and limited deposits of salt and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually ignited into a great conflict known as the Salt Iron War. Though the hostilities ceased with an uneasy truce, decades later the flames of war threatened to engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from Glenbrook fights to save their kingdom from the powers that would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location and their equipped weapons.
Oh, it's an RTS.
The range can be extended by attacking from higher ground with long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Charge into an enemy to send them flying into position for a follow-up attack. We win. Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic.
Oh, man, you're really doing some
It is of the utmost
elemental
importance
stuff.
to survey the battlefield before taking action. Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Once more, I would ask you plainly. Do we or don't we relinquish Prince Roland to Estrost?
Critical decisions that may determine the fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refused to relinquish him to us.
Lies! His hand was forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Project Triangle Strategy, a brand new tactical RPG from Square
Well,
Enix,
it's a working
will
title,
launch
so
in
I like it better
2022.
than.
Please be on the lookout for
So
more
here's hoping
information
they have
in
something
the
better than
future.
Triangle Strategy when they
After
finally
this
come out.
presentation, a demo version of this game will be available to download on Nintendo eShop. And in the future, we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG from Square Enix. Okay, let's see a few more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
Oh my, here we go. Oh, something Star Wars related. We got it. We have Star Wars Hunters.
Star Wars Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
Here.
Alright, let's do this.
Hero shooter, something like that.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons. Triple-bladed war axe, spear of misery, Hades' soul-devouring crossbow.
A princess is supposed to lead her people, not be stuck up in some tower waiting for a hero.
In my line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once I'd like to catch one of them bullets. You know, with my hands.
With this crown, I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Look, it's simple.
What's happening here?
What new weapon?
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets. Woo! Come get some.
This is sort of touch punky.
Pass to me!
Roger that, princess. Here.
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
Incoming! Beat the ball! Beat the ball! Catch me!
Roger that. Hands up, Your Highness.
Eat this!
Beat the ball!
Lost it! Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers! Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our characters? You're not a team if you're not wearing a uniform.
Max, this is a war zone, not a bloody fashion show!
Pass to me!
What? Interview's over? Come on, man, one more game.
Well, Knockout City, huh? That's
The
one way
fight for
to
survival starts now.
some sort of arena
Hang
battle.
on tight, cause you're all going
Wait, what's
to
going
play
on here?
a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series comes a fight for your life. Literally, disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park. The 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
I don't want to die yet! Sorry to scare you all, but the game is canceled!
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action with suspenseful narrative.
The one behind the whole game of fate!
As you make your way back home to Tokyo, you'll alternate between working solo and teaming up with a group to overcome challenges and monsters that stand in your way. What awaits you all at the end of your journey? The battle for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
So it's like Dorarama. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But
Wield
it
the
just
powers
can't-
of Olympus
the game
with
gets
the physical
canceled.
release of Hades. Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient of multiple Game of the Year awards, is getting a physical release on Nintendo Switch, This version comes with a couple of extras to assist you on your journey out of the underworld. The first is a PC download code for the Hades original soundtrack. It's packed with 2.5 hours of blood-pumping music composed by Darren Korb, known for his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion. The second is a 32-page full-color character compendium featuring portraits of the game's vibrant cast of gods, ghosts, and monsters, all by Supergiant's art director, Gen Z. And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades on March 19th. 3 deadly action games, 1 masterful collection.
I have never
Ninja
had a
Gaiden
chance to play
Sigma,
the Ninja
Gaiden Sigma
series
2,
for the 3DS.
and Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's
Never had a
Edge
chance.
are coming to
So
Nintendo Switch as the
I definitely
action-packed
might grab
Ninja
that.
Gaiden Master Collection.
I might grab it.
You are the
Remember,
legendary
these are
ninja
nice,
Ryu
but come on, guys,
Hayabusa,
really show
fighting
me
against
something
a
nice.
great evil with battle
I mean, I
skills
really
that are
like this
second
and,
to
like,
none,
finally get a
wielding
chance to
arsenal
play it,
of
but
killer weapons,
I
each
really-
offering a
I
playstyle with
really
different
was
set of
hoping-
lethal skills,
I was hoping
along
to
with
see here.
ruthless ninjutsu to swiftly take down enemies. Quickly gauge your opponent's movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos. And team up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny. All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are included. Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2021. More battles are coming to
Called
Hyrule
it.
Warriors Age of
Wait,
Calamity.
wait. DLC. DLC. Called it expansion pack pass. What do we got here? V1, V2.
There's even
I didn't
more
get to
coming to
look at that,
Nintendo
but
Switch.
I'll look at that when I get a chance.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals. Use the job system to develop your characters and master the Brave and Default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based battles.
I live to fight.
Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story on February 26th. A new trailer for Bravely Default 2 will be revealed following this presentation. The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available. The latest installment in the
Now, this
legendary
is almost-
Ghosts and Goblins
Now,
series
I'm
comes to
kinda
life.
happy to see this.
As the
That's
brave
all
knight
coming out
Arthur,
next week,
you'll
too.
unleash weapons, spells, and skills to battle monsters across challenging stages within the Demon Realm. Local co-op play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters: Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation, or Archie for bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
I actually am a Ghost and
8
Goblin fan,
protagonists,
so I'm kind of happy to see
8 captivating journeys. Saga Frontier has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating battles, and a new scenario for the protagonist Acellus, Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th. Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system. This free-to-play battle royale features a growing roster of powerful contenders named Legends, strategic
I already
combat,
thought they were
cross-platform
on-
play, and more.
already on this
All
already.
players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new Legendary Pathfinder skin, and 30 free levels for the Season 8 Mayhem Battle Pass.
I really thought they
Plus,
were already
for
on
the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double XP when you play on Nintendo Switch. Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex Legends enters the fray March 9th.
How's it going so far? There's still a little bit more to show you in today's Nintendo Direct, so we hope you'll stick with us. Next, please take a look at this.
Hello there, I'm Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. I'm sure a lot of you saw me and thought there might be news about the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now. We apologize. Development is proceeding smoothly, and we should be able to bring you some new information this year. For now, we'll have to ask you to wait just a bit longer. While you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Skyward Sword. I don't care what anyone says. I thought it was an okay game. What it did was it was an okay game. I mean, I really didn't care for the motion controls, but I was able to beat the game with said motion controls. And even though they were not that great, I did get a good, fantastic experience playing it. But still, this was not bad. I mean, with or without it, I'll probably still get this. But that is weird. Is this all they're going to do for the 35th anniversary for the game? Huh.
What you've just seen is The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This game originally released in 2011 on the Wii console, and now it's coming to Nintendo Switch. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword featured a control scheme in which players would use the Wii Remote Plus controller as a sword and the Nunchuck controller as a shield. With the increased processing power of the Nintendo Switch system, the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive. And we've recreated the controls for the sword and the shield here by having the player hold two Joy-Con controllers. The Joy-Con controller in your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game. The Joy-Con controller in your left hand is the shield. By lifting the controller, you can raise the shield to block enemy attacks. You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield a bow and arrow. These physical movements add a sense of urgency and tension to combat. But we've also made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system. After mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided to apply the sword motions to tilting the right control stick. Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally, just tilt the stick in the respective direction. Here's something else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features a Hylian shield.
I get that, but
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline, details the events around the creation of the Master Sword itself. We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of The Legend of Zelda. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD launches July 16th.
It's still going on, so they might do something else.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop. And the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers. Many of you may already know this, but The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword was the last original console game prior to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of The Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, using the sailcloth to descend in midair, a stamina gauge that depleted as you scaled walls with vines or ran, even the concept of collecting items to upgrade gear. I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will give this game a try as well. Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Well,
Well,
still going on.
what did you think?
So,
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch. It includes intuitive motion controls and button controls by tilting the right control stick. Okay, the next game will be our last announcement for today. Please take a look at
okay,
this.
so apparently that's all we're gonna get for the 35th anniversary. Wow. Man, that's jeez. Splatoon? Wait, it is Splatoon. Are they in a desert? Yo, what is happening? Wait, what is happening now? Is that a crossbow? Like, seriously, what is happening? Are they like switching gears on us? I mean, it was like a free-for-all shooter. Now it's something close. Oh my god! Did they turn this thing into a Royale? I hope not. I would not be happy for a Royale. Okay, now just by looking at this right now, I'm guessing there's gonna be some land sharks in here, since they're like in some sort of desert. So I'm gonna be seeing. So we might be seeing some sort of land shark. So that's just me taking a wild guess right now. The city's gotten bigger. Nice. No, that's not the same people. What's going on? Back into the link. Okay. Oh, don't leave us like that. No.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch. A variety of games are in development. And we look forward to sharing more news with you in the future. That's all for today's Nintendo Direct. Thank you for watching.
Okay, that looks like that's it. I mean, not bad. I mean, I did like the Smash Bros. Reveal. The Legend of Zelda was pretty good. Splatoon. What else? What was there? Oh, No More Heroes. The Mario Golf game looks kind of interesting too. I mean, they had all the characters running at the golf ball, so that was interesting. But yeah, all right. Well, guys, until the next video, I'll see you around. But before I go, I had to say this was a pretty good. It was okay. I mean, they could have done more. They could have done more with it, but I like what I saw. All right, guys, I'm out later.